Hi, I'm Jaya Reggie Mathai, psychiatric nurse practitioner. Today, I'm standing in front of Berkman's holiday home. Look at all the lights. Christmas is the time of celebrations. Lights all over. This is the time we remember the light of the universe come to the world. So, here there is a story behind with this Berkman's holiday home. Hi, and here this is Mrs. Berkman,
Yeah, I'm
the
Jen Berkman.
yeah, and one of the founder of this foundation.
Yes.
And actually, she's busy today, and I'll be coming back next week to have an interview with you.
Perfect.
Okay?
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Nice to
thank you.
meet everybody.
Yeah, thank you for giving me this
Oh, thank
opportunity.
you for
Yeah,
doing this.
thank you for all your charity work.
Of course.
It's
Well,
so
you're welcome.
beautiful,
Thank
amazing.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
good,
you. Thank you.
good,
Thank
good.
you, everyone.
Yeah. here is Mr. Berkman. He is the founder of this foundation, and it's amazing. It's Mr. and Mrs. Berkman and Eugene. Three people are the backstone of this foundation. Yeah. How many lights? You know how many lights here?
We lost track after 80,000.
Oh, okay, okay. So lights, and you lost count.
Lost count. Yep.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for all you are doing for the community, and I'll try to come next week to talk about more about it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Now we are standing with Mrs. Gabriel,
Yes.
and she's Jojo's mom.
Yes, correct.
And actually, Mr. and Mrs. Berkman
Mhm.
Foundation
Yes.
is helping
Yes.
your son
Mhm.
Jojo.
Yes.
Can you tell a little bit about Jojo? What is going on
So
with him?
Jojo is 12 and he has cerebral palsy. He's wheelchair bound, nonverbal, and non-mobile. So he depends on all of us, to help do everything for him. But he's a happy kid though. Always
Okay.
smiling. Yes.
Always smiling, and
Yes.
he's go to school.
Yes, he goes to school.
And this is the part of. Do you do it every day, or
So
how
this
is it?
I started as a hobby, but then I'm like, started doing it as a business because I'm like, it was a way for me to stay home and be available for him if he needed me. I can rush to school, I can take him to appointments and still bring in some income.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is good. Like
Yes.
if you go for a 8 to 5 job,
Yes.
you cannot take care
No,
of your
exactly.
Jojo.
Yes.
So this is you are like your own business.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do something, keep you busy, and
Yes.
give you income too.
Exactly.
Okay,
Mhm.
very good. And thank you for giving me the time.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for recognizing your
Mhm.
specially abled Jojo
Thank you,
and
thank
taking
you,
care
thank
of
you,
him
thank you.
and keeping him happy.
No, thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Okay. The residents Snappa. Grandpa Snappa, he is the Christmas father for our residents, and he is also the one of the founder of this Berkman Foundation. And who all are involved in doing this?
My daughter, my son-in-law, and myself.
Okay, thank you for giving me the time. Here I am standing with Miss Stacy, and she lives in neighborhood, and she is a neighbor for the Mr. and Mrs. Berkman's family, and see the spirit of how she is involved. So how you involved in with all this?
Well, I do a bunch. Actually, some of their decorations is part of the reason I bought the house across the street instead of another one. But yeah, it started with me creating their website, and then my daughter and I, we take turns and we come over here and we volunteer and help out and whatever they need us to do.
Okay. So you help them with the decorations too?
No, so the decorations in the house, they do all themselves. It takes them about 10 weeks to do.
Okay.
And it's just Jennifer, and then Corey, and then Grandpa,
Okay.
whose name is Gene, we call him Grandpa. He's
Yeah,
the one over there.
Yeah,
dressed up
so
like
I
a
met
Christmas
him.
tree.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, they do it all themselves. No outside help. Nobody else helps them. We come over and we check on them, but otherwise they do all of it. And it actually starts around the beginning of October. They put out all of their Halloween decorations.
Okay.
And while the Halloween decorations are out, it fills the whole yard, they start gluing the lights onto the house with a hot glue gun.
Okay.
And so that's what takes the longest to do. But then they get everything else up, and Corey's up on the roof, and then they do the Christmas village. And she's got 29 trees inside.
Oh, inside the
house. You see two of them right there, but they are everywhere inside of the house. Each one has a different theme. I
Oh,
love
okay,
it.
yeah. And is there any special theme for this year?
There's not a special theme. Each year they pick a different recipient who
Yeah,
they're helping out with.
yeah.
But as far as the themes, they change up the decorations just a little bit. It's usually the same stuff every year, but they move it around or they add new stuff. Or like with the house right here, they made this one into a little elf light factory. So it's sometimes there's a little bit different. There's always something different. And I have been looking in that garage where there's over 400 pieces in that garage. And I've been looking in there every single year, no matter how many times I look in that garage, I always see something new.
Okay.
No, it's been here. I've been here for 4 years now.
4 years, and I think they started to do it like 18 years back.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. So I want to think Alex is in his mid-20s now,
Okay.
and it started when he was little and he was
Yeah.
obsessed with Christmas lights and electronics and all of that. He's an electrician now.
Okay.
Well, I say electrician. He works in the industry. He works for,
Yeah, I think he's an electrical engineer.
yeah,
now.
he's an electrical engineer. That's it.
Yeah.
And then, so he does a lot of electrical stuff. And then Grandpa is an electrician as well. So that's
Okay.
how they get all the electricity.
Okay. Yeah. And where they keep all this? They pack and keep in the garage.
So no, the garage they actually park in. It's like a workshop in there. So inside of the house, and I know my house is like the same floor plan. There is storage off to the side of the rooms above like where the roof and everything, especially in the back because we have more roof there. And they decked it in and they have it like as storage and they fit everything in there. There might be some stuff that's in an outside storage unit, but as far as I know, there's not. Like they fit it all inside the house in the garage on the second floor and in the attic.
Okay.
So, and then they have a whole room filled with costumes.
Okay.
They've gotten rid of a bunch over the years, but there's a bunch. So,
Okay.
yeah, most of it they fit in there somehow.
Yeah. The
Somehow.
most of the decoration they do it. You
Yes,
just
they
come
do all
and
of
help
it.
them with all this.
Yeah, they come, they buy new stuff, and sometimes like if it's got incandescent lights, they try to rewire it with LED.
Okay.
Because as you can see, it's at least 90% of them are LED lights, so it's not the incandescent.
Okay.
So their electricity bill for this, for the whole month the lights are on, is actually cheaper than August air conditioning bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're doing it wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was also thinking, oh my God, their electricity bill. But
Yeah, but they keep adding on more, and it's just LED uses up such little electricity that it makes the difference.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah,
I know my husband does that too.
yeah, it's great.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no, they know like nobody comes and helps, and we watch it. You know, every time we come home, we see something new, and it's a process, but they do it every single year. They love doing it.
What made you to get interest in this?
Well,
You like the light or the decoration or the season?
I mean, all of it. To be honest, I mean, my car has the little magnet light bulbs all over it right now. But it was more of a when I first moved. When I was going to move here, I was touring some houses in this neighborhood because there were several for sale, and I saw a couple of arches in the yard, and I was like, my neighbors decorate for Christmas like this. I like this, you know, because I've been in neighborhoods where they don't. And my realtor says that's the Frisco Holiday House, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is. And then I found out the next year because it was like January 5th. But it's just knowing that they decorate and that others in their neighborhood decorate. That's part of what made me want to pick this street. And then the next year, whenever I saw pictures, I was like, I love it. I need to be a part of it. And I was like, is there anything I can do to help? Because when they had the first one here, it was right when COVID happened. And so people didn't want to get out of the car. And so traffic was insane. So we needed a lot of us in the neighborhood to direct traffic to make sure people go the right ways, to keep traffic moving smoothly, not just for the people who are coming here, but for, you know, the people who live in the neighborhood.
So they do this during even COVID time. Okay, that's good to know.
They did, yeah. Now during COVID, you know, you had to have a mask. You know, they had a limit on how many people could come. So it's like a lot of it was people driving by taking pictures, and but now that it's kind of not been as severe, you know, we have more people come out. But it's been great. They do great things.
Anyway, thank you very much, because I was so curious about what is the story behind it. So it's good. It's the time. Christmas is the time for enjoyment, happiness, and at the same time sharing and caring. And you know, this is an best example how we can help others.
And you'll see like several other people who are here, like across the street, their neighbors helping out with the bake sale. We have neighbors who are helping out with the Grinch. I mean, all of us in the neighborhood, we come together to help
that's
out
good to know.
love what they do.
So unity is the strength. Together we can make a big difference.
And if you go check out their website, just look it up online. It's got a lot of information about the history and the story.
Okay, thank you very much, Stacy.
It was nice to meet you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, thank you. I read some of I read about something about their foundation.
Mhm.
So I read that Alex and Jack,
Alex
they
and
are
Jack.
highly functioning autistic
Yes,
kids.
they are. Yeah.
So and now they are helping the people with the
Yes, they are.
specially abled kids, like
Yes.
cerebral palsy, autistic,
Mhm.
and when we talk about that, do you have anything to say about it?
Yeah, so the foundation that they run is meant for, they raise money partially for the families and partially for providing scholarships to young adults and seniors who are graduating, who are just starting out in the world, going to college or entering the workforce, to help give them kind of an edge up on the resources they need, but also, scholarships and the ability to fund them. And we actually found out a couple of weeks ago while they were filming for a show, they had us actually on that show to give my daughter one of their first scholarships, and that was a huge surprise. We had no idea that was coming.
Okay.
So that was pretty amazing, but it was, I mean, she comes over here and she helps out a lot too. She's at home watching the boys right now, or otherwise, she'd be at
She
here to
will
talk
be
to you
here.
as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So you have got a daughter who is especially like a highly functioning autistic.
she is, yeah. She's
Okay.
17, she's about to graduate.
Okay, good.
And
good.
then my two sons, I have a 2-year-old who's almost 3 and a 4-year-old who are also autistic, and then I am myself. So
Okay.
it's
And you are recognizing their talents
Mhm.
and you are helping them. Yeah, we need mothers like you. We need families like you to
Well, it's
understand.
actually-
Yeah.
when I moved here, my son was 6 months old, and it was talking with Jen and learning the story of her son that made me recognize some of the signs of my own sons, which led me to seek a diagnosis for them. So if I hadn't met this family, I kind of wouldn't know. Like, that led to all of us figuring out about ourselves, and it explains a lot about how we are and how we see the world. And so
Yeah.
it's kind of a give and take thing, I guess. I help them and I discover things about myself, and they raise money for charity, and then they help my daughter, and it's a huge community effort.
Okay, yeah, good to know. And I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I love to see taking care of kids, especially with specially abled kids. And my sister, I have a sister who has cerebral palsy, so
Yeah.
I know the hard time the family has to go through,
Yep.
and more than that, their situation. Always, we are telling to like a equality, rather than equality. You
Yep.
have to understand their strength, and they need more support than a normal
They
person.
do.
What we call normal as a community, as a
Yep.
society,
And
they need more support. So
Yep.
rather than equality, we have to provide them little extra care.
Yeah, and the
They have-
extra resources, it's not like autistic people are no more different than the neurotypical people.
Yeah.
They just think differently.
Yes.
Their social skills are, a little bit
Different,
different, and with those extra tools, it helps them to learn the coping mechanisms and the skills to be able to integrate into society, because most of the autistic people that I have met are very highly intelligent.
Highly talented. Yes.
It's just the connection between the brain and expressing those thoughts
Yeah.
is, you have to learn how to channel that. So.
Yeah, we have to train them and hold their hand and help them to walk. Okay.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you very much. It's
Yeah.
pleasure to. I'm really happy, and yeah, thank you.
It was nice to
All
meet
the
you.
best. All the best. Okay.
Yeah, you too.